What is up, gamers? It is Zeez here with an update video. Feel like we have a couple things to chat about, but I'll try to keep this brief, even though every time I say that, I always end up rambling on and I never end up making this brief, but I'll do my best, okay? I'm doing my best out here. So, we're kind of in a transitional period when it comes to making content on YouTube. I've done a whole lot. Been all around the block of different topics and whatnot, and I still want to focus on gaming as like one of my biggest things here. And you know, I kind of turned this channel into a VODs channel because it's kind of where, at least at the time, I wanted this channel to be, because it wasn't really my main focus. And this update video isn't to say that this channel will be my main focus going forward, because it's more so something that I'm going to be experimenting with. This is a experimental stage in my content creation journey, and I want to try something a little bit new, but also, yeah, more so a little bit new, at least for me. Maybe not so much new on terms of YouTube, but new for me. So, here's the current plan. So here's what we've been doing, is we have been uploading stream archives when I stream onto this channel for in high quality. And I've also been recording some videos, like mostly in regards to Persona 5, the Phantom X, right? That's been the big one. There's been a few other videos here as well, but that's been the big one, right? And you know, I want to play more games. I think with my IDV journey that I did for a long time, I kind of stopped playing other games a lot of the time. And something that I really dislike is that a lot of the games that I've been playing, I want to say in the past 2.5 years, have kind of just been live service games. And, you know, I don't dislike some of the live service games that I play. I think the only one that I really play now is Fire Emblem Heroes. I guess Persona 5X is like, you know, that's live service. So I guess those two, I should say, rather. Those are really the only two that I play. I do dabble in a couple others, like Pokemon Masters, AFK Journey. Like, I'll log in here and there. Pokemon TCGP, I guess, as well. But those are more so, like, every few days and only for, like, a couple minutes. Whereas, like, Fire Emblem Heroes and P5X, I actually, you know, get significant enjoyment out of those two games. And you know, and I was playing Identity 5, that was like where a lot of my gaming time went into, but I kind of stopped playing other games. And, you know, as I first started off on YouTube, I did a lot of Let's Plays on this channel. This is kind of where I spent time on this channel, and I did variety Let's Plays, and it didn't really get me anywhere, right? And I don't want to say that we're going back to that. Not yet anyways. I'm still kind of thinking things through. But I do want to still play through games and do Let's Plays, but I also want to try something new. And that is that I wanted to try out more indie games and more traditional games that I guess you could say get views on YouTube. And I think I've entered a point, at least for now, where I actually want to do something like that. So for example, I look at, you know, YouTubers like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and they have quite a big audience, and they do videos on horror and a lot of other games as well. And typically, when I make content on games, it was usually Nintendo games or games that were more long form or story form content, and that kind of resulted in longer Let's Plays, which, you know, interested some people, but it didn't really keep people around the channel for a long time. Right? I couldn't really build up any community like that, right? For example, I would play Fire Emblem this month, and then next month I'd be playing a different game. And that works for some YouTubers, but I don't really think it works for me, not in the stage that I'm currently at, right? And that's fine. That's why, you know, YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, etc., maybe someone in the past, you see them playing these horror games, and you don't really need any prior context of the franchise or anything going into it. You can just be like, okay, this is a horror game. I can expect some spooks. I can expect the person that I'm watching to have a good time with the game and see what the game is all about, see what kind of spooks we can get into today. And that's what it's all about, right? Just having some nice fun times with like a spooky game or some kind of indie game that's, you know, not too long, not too short. And I think that's kind of what I want to try out here for a little while. But I also still want to maybe try out doing some Let's Plays as well. So we're going to be in a bit of an experimental stage. I'm not really going to be hard focused on just growth, but more so looking for what interests people and what makes me feel good to create. Now, I'm still looking at where to go in the direction of my content going forward for a lot of my channels. And right now, I just want to try out some of the more traditional, your Markiplier Jacksepticeye-esque form of content. Maybe not as intensely edited as theirs because I just don't have the time for that. But more so like a laid back, like less quality version of that, especially since I don't show my face, and that's one of the biggest things that, I feel like is detrimental to that sort of category. But I still want to give it a solid try, and at least just go through some of the games that I have been recommended to me by some friends, and I want to give that a try. But I also want to maybe try doing a little bit of a Let's Play on occasion as well. For example, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just released its 4K version, and I kind of thought what we could do with that game is, because I really have always wanted to record that game, and now since it's got like the 4K 60 FPS version out, it would be nice to do like maybe just a very long journey of just maybe one episode a week. 1 episode a week of that or something, right? If I wanted to do like a Let's Play. I don't want to go super hard in onto it, just to be 1 episode a week. But my current plan is for an upload schedule. I'm thinking of right now, these are not optimal days, but it's just more because it's balanced throughout the week. I'm thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not gonna hold myself any more to that. Just 3 videos a week on this channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know what time. Probably, I'm gonna guess like 8 a.m. PST is probably the time I'll be uploading them. I'm not sure. But I'll be trying out new games. I'll be trying out indie games. I'll be trying out horror games where we kind of just sit down, play the game all in one sitting. And maybe if it's a long game, we can do like multiple parts. But for the most part, I do want to give this a try because I am actually quite interested in, I have quite a few games that I am interested in that I want to give it a try. And right now, I'm going to be honest with you, I just don't feel like streaming. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a stage where streaming is rather distracting me, and I kind of just want to focus on myself and the game for right now. I don't really want to focus on, having to read through a chat while I'm looking into a game right now. Maybe in the future I'll go back to it, and I say maybe, I definitely will. But for right now, I think I just want to focus on myself and the game. And so that's why I'm going to be doing this. So, starting this week, we are going to give this a try. Now, I don't know how long this is going to go on. I'll try to keep you updated. Maybe I'll keep you updated on the community tab or something like that. But this is the current plan. Is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be trying out these games. And then maybe, I don't know, that's not to say that it's only going to be horror games. Maybe it's like Monday, Wednesday, we try out some horror games or like some indie games. And then Friday, we do another part of the Let's Play, right? We can maybe give that a try. I also won't stop when it comes to Persona 5X either. I still want to keep on going through that game, but it's kind of slowing down. If you've noticed, I've started uploading it less, but I've kind of been doing more in said episodes. Like, for example, the summer content for that game, there were like big updates, right? Like, I think the last 2 videos of P5X it was like 5 hours and 6 hours, right? And typically I would split that up into 2 videos, and I decided, let's just put it all in one video. I think that'll be best. And those episodes were quite long, and I'm fine with that, right? And so those videos that are more so like I have to get it done within a certain period, those will be more of a bonus video, I guess I should say. Whereas if it's a series or a Let's Play that isn't specifically P5X, or maybe like a stream VOD. Let's say I go back to streaming, right? If there's a stream VOD, that'll also be a bonus content. That wouldn't count toward the Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload type schedule. So the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's going to be like the current plan going forward. Let's just say for a couple months for now until I see how I feel about it. Maybe this is something that I'll be really interested in and I want to pick up the pace, maybe like do more episodes. Or maybe it's something I find out that's not really for me and I'll just only want to, do it for a couple months. But I think for at least 2 months, I want to commit to this and see how it fits into my schedule, see how I feel about it, if I'm having fun with it, if you guys are enjoying it. I know not a lot of people watch this channel, but it's something that I want to try, right? I think that's the biggest thing. It's just something that I want to try. So I hope that you are interested in that, and if not, that's totally fine too. I'll have plenty of other things that I'll be working on upcoming in the future as well. I'm still trying to figure things out, and that's this is kind of just my journey into figuring things out. So I hope that you enjoy the experimental content coming soon, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.